Capricorn, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-August 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Capricorn collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for the Cappies in mid-August 2025? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for the Cappies. Please, what's the vibe? What's the energy for my good friends? As we are halfway through August, a beautiful time of year, if I do say so myself. Okay. Investigate. And this makes a lot of sense with the energy that I've been seeing for you over the past couple of weeks. And this is an oracle card from this deck that doesn't usually come out too often. Now, for some of you, there might just be something that's really piquing your curiosity, whether it's a subject, whether it's a new venture or something. It's like I'm really throwing myself into something and acquiring knowledge. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk about it. And I always say with this deck, it's good to go more intuitive. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. She looks very curious. Her cheeks are pretty blushed. But to me, there's just an inherent curiosity. And for the last couple of weeks, there has been a shrouded energy around a lot of the Capricorn collective. And we'll talk about that more in a couple of moments. So when I see this, either it's like there is something that has my attention and I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to find it out. That doesn't always have to be a bad thing, but if your intuition is telling you, hey, there's something more, or there's something I'm not seeing, this card matches that completely. Now, in the good, positive sense, this could be about just learning new things. Like there's something that's very interesting to me, or there's something I want to pursue a little more. I need to gather information. So for some of you, there could be a situation, topic, or anything where Spirit's like, just gather a little more information about a Capricorn, which usually you guys are pretty good with that. So there's this really strong curiosity right here on the front end. So we're just going to put her down right there. Remember, it could be somebody else you're connected to as well. Like their brain might be going. But let's get into tarot. She could keep investigating over there. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Let's shuffle it up one time here for the Cappies, please. And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled The Big Secret. So you see what I mean with this card. Now, it didn't necessarily mean that you were keeping a secret or someone else was. The energy just felt shrouded, and it felt like it was on purpose. So especially over the coming days and weeks, just know if your intuition is telling you something, there could be more to be seen, more to be known, because the energy did seem hidden, so to speak. And even like the reading before that, there's just been this energy. But we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for the Cappies. What's happening in mid-August? Wheel of Fortune, good start. Really, really good start. Get investigate over here. Love it. The only downside to it is that it moves so fast. But I love the Wheel of Fortune. It's like one of my top favorite cards. Let's get a couple more here for you. That could be a very good sign. I don't want to get too overly optimistic just yet. Yeah, lots of action. Good. Maybe the energy is taking a turn for the better. So we have the Knight of Wands right there. Love it. And he is followed up by the Ace of Cups. So we have a pretty intriguing mixture of stuff going on here. There's a lot of communication energy as well. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first glance, I always look at the elements first. So we have fire, which is the realm of action, movement, passion, desire, especially with this Knight of Wands. Usually it's very good. The only downside, it could be a little unpredictable. And we'll talk about that more a little further on. Then we have water, which is the realm of creativity, love, romance. Not only those things, it could just be beautiful emotional states. And as with all aces, they're great for new things. Then we have this lovely Wheel of Fortune starting us off right here. Now, some people mix this with several different elements. We'll just call it Jupiter energy, which is very expansive. So I like the way the energy is moving. It doesn't seem stagnant to me. So that could be very important, especially when we get into the clarifiers. There could be a lot of things either coming in or they're about to start happening quickly, especially with this combination here on the front end. But let's go through and start building this out piece by piece. Position number one, we're starting with the Wheel of Fortune. And as I mentioned, it's one of my top favorite cards in the whole entire deck. And we see it, the wheel, all those cool angelic symbols. And first and foremost, it's my good luck charm, right? When in the tarot deck, this is our four-leaf clover. This is a turn for the best. This is luck being on your side. So if you want to gamble it up a little bit, hey, the universe might be giving you a little extra luck here, which is usually pretty good. Now, it does go much deeper than that. It's not just luck. It's not just expansion. Again, it's Jupiter energy, so it could be very protective as well. So for some Capricorns, strong spiritual protection with the Wheel of Fortune. There's a beautiful insulation. Other things it could be cycles. This is a very karmic card. Notice it has the wheel, so it's like things coming back around, starting, stopping. It's like a continuous cycle. It could represent change. It could represent transformation. Now, the only downside, or there's a couple of downsides with the Wheel of Fortune, is that it moves so quick. It's a very similar energy to the world in the cyclical nature, but it's just sudden, it's rapid, it's really, really fast. And same could be said with the next card as well. So the energy is moving quick. So for some of you, this might be really fantastic. I love how this energy is looking here, but it's just sudden. So watch out for things catching you off guard. And this can also represent an energy where you might be willing to take a risk, willing to gamble, be a little more spontaneous. So we need to look at that because spontaneity is not inherently a bad thing, but sometimes it could be, right? And again, this could be another person with these daredevil-like attributes and traits. But moving to the center, talk about daredevil. We got our good pal here, Mr. Knight of Wands. Now, you might be connected to a fire sign when this card is here. If that's not the case, if there's no Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your life, Knights represent action in and of themselves, and they also represent messages, communication, very similar to pages. And when we see this Knight of Wands, he's going towards something quick, hot, heavy. It's making something happen. So for some of you, if your energy's been a little low, if there's something you've been a little skeptical about, this Knight of Wands is like, no, I'm doing it. Not even thinking about it. Big action with this card. So we do want to see, especially paired with this Wheel of Fortune, it's like someone doing something quick. I'm not even thinking about it, just making it happen. Now, the downside to this, and if we want to put attributes to a person, this could be very charismatic. This could be a very social energy as well. But since he is the Knight of Wands, he could be extremely spontaneous. He can be a little volatile, a little explosive. So the energy itself is just super, super powerful, and it could be someone prone to doing things without thinking them through. So again, with the investigate card and now all this stuff, Spirit might want you to take a measured approach with something when this card is in the mix. So we'll, of course, look at this further and see what kind of communication or action it can possibly be. Now, moving to the very back end, another one of my favorites, we have the Ace of Cups. And as I always say, all aces, regardless of the suit, represent offers and opportunities. It's fresh, it's new. So whether new endeavors, anything along those lines, it's really, really great. The Ace of Cups does tie in more with the emotional realm, so it could be conversations where people are getting stuff off their chest. This could be an emotional offer of some kind. So we're not just looking at material world stuff. This could be like internal, where it's like, hey, I want to tell you something. So it could be tied into that, but I just love the opportunistic energy of this. Now, the downside to all aces is that they're not guaranteed. They could be an energy that's a little flaky. It's an energy where it's like, all right, if you don't reach out and grab this ace, it's going to go away. Like, it's far from permanent. So it's like, yeah, there's potential here, but the energy just seems a little flighty, especially next to this Knight of Wands. So I feel for a lot of you, this energy could be really, really fantastic. For some of you, might want to be a little cautious, right? I guess it depends on the situation. But I want to dive deeper on all of the Capricorn. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that wheel. Let's see what this quick energy is about. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Capricorn, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, let's see what's up at the wheel, please. And so far, I'm feeling optimistic. I don't want to speak too soon, though. Okay. So there could be, all right, this could be good for work, believe it or not. The Three of Pentacles in reverse here. So to me, these are people in totally different circumstances where someone, it's like they're stepping into a really, really good place, another person maybe not so much. Watch out for funky group dynamics and stuff like that. But the Three of Pentacles in reverse, for some of you, that could be a change of work, business, or career. So keep that in mind, especially if that's something that's been on your mind. There could be a change in that realm or something financial, because this card does tie totally into that. But I also want to say there could be somebody acting a little different. Okay. So someone around you, because when I say the Three of Pentacles, it is one of the cards of the people I surround myself with, whether it is work, coworkers, family members, friends. When I see this in reverse underneath the wheel, yeah, there's good energy around that stuff as well. Remember, this is a good luck charm where you might catch a lucky break, but someone else doesn't. Or someone in your circle catches a lucky break, but they're holding the bag. Like, to me, it feels like that. Like, one person gets it all, one person not so much. So watch out for stuff like that. But another thing I'm just feeling here intuitively, watch out for subtle changes in the people around you, where it's like, oh, you're acting a little different. Like, what's going on here? I feel something. Okay, so that's the main thing I'm feeling here, aside from the changes with work, business, and stuff like that. And we'll see how it culminates, because we still have action, we still have other energy here. It's not necessarily a bad thing. So we'll talk about it more during the recap. I know some of those messages were a little different, but let's move in on the Knight of Wands. We'll see what he has. I really want to get to the Ace as well. So let's see why the Knight of Wands is here for the Cappies. Please. What's going on here? Okay. Boom. Quick, fast, powerful action. Very powerful action. We have the 10 of Wands in reverse. So something that may have been holding you back no longer does. That's like an energy I'm picking up for some of you, or this could be somebody else as well. 10 of Wands in the upright is usually very burdened, very heavy, like, I don't know. But when I see it in reverse under the 9 of Wands, it's like, no, I make this look easy. It's like I'm going, I'm making it happen. So if we're talking about someone making a move, someone taking action, it's showing up here, and it feels like it's easy as pie. Like, it's sweet as pie, right? Easy as cake. I don't know why I'm using sweets and desserts in my analogies here. So maybe I have a little sweet tooth. But yeah, when I see the Knight of Wands and this 10 of Wands in reverse, it's like I'm making big, heavy action and nothing is getting in my way, or it's going easier than I thought it would. So that's a really good sign. So again, whether this is personal connections, whether it is work and business, whatever area of life, there could be something where it's like, if you just make a move, you'll be surprised how easy it is, which I think is really great. And again, for some of you, if there was a thought, a behavior, or something that was like holding you back or keeping you reserved, that could evaporate. So to me, this kind of feels like problems going away, which I think is really fantastic. Now, if we were just putting a big catch-all, Knight of Wands, 10 of Wands, that's someone making big action, fast action, explosive action. But let's keep moving. We're not going to get stuck there. It's intriguing how all this is coming together. So these could be different people, for sure. This energy does feel a little reactive too. So again, like, if there's someone acting a little different, a little more reactive than normal, there could be something going on under the surface. It's like I'm getting multiple storylines here. So let's see what's up with that Ace of Cups. Then we shall do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. So why is the Ace of Cups here? Thank you. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And to me, it's like an energy that seems to come to you magnetically, which I think is lovely. So we have the Four of Swords in reverse, and to me, that's an energy just materializing. So I feel for a lot of Capricorns, the overall energy around the collective seems easier than usual, believe it or not. Even if you're going through some difficult or clunky things, it's like the universe is working with me, not against me, which I think is great. Now is a great time to make stuff happen or push an issue, whatever it might be. But yeah, when I see the Four of Swords in reverse under the Ace of Cups, this could absolutely be some sort of offer that's like plopped in your lap. So whether it's a conversation, whether it is a work thing, to me, it's like a massive offer of some kind. Now, it would be your choice if you would take that offer or not. But with the Four of Swords in reverse, it's like, oh, you're not going to have to expend a whole bunch of energy here, Capricorn. It's like the energy's coming to you. So again, I guess depending on what it is and how it materializes will depend on if you take it or not. But I like this Four of Swords in reverse. Usually in the upright, this card can be a little reserved, a little clunky, um, taking a rest, taking a break. When I see it in reverse, it's like, nope, okay, I'll take that. Thank you. Here it comes. It's like giving me that kind of vibe. And when we tie it in with all this stuff, there's someone here that makes something look easy too. I don't know why that's coming through so strong. It's like, damn, I make it look easy, or someone makes something look easy. I don't know why it's getting so specific here, Capricorn, but let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow. I would say overall, the energy seems very supportive for a lot of you, regardless of your situation. It seems like things might catch a really nice flow. But if you kindly look in the box, position number one, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, if there was anything a little concerning, it would be that for me, like only with the one message where I was like, maybe there's someone that gets a real good stroke of luck while the other person's holding the bag, or maybe there's someone you're connected to where you're noticing little changes in them, little subtle changes. So just keep an eye on that if that is the case. But for some of you, there's good supportive energy for switching how you earn money or things in the finance realm. And I feel like it's for the best. So moving forward, we have more action coming in. Like the energy doesn't seem to be slowing down because we have the Knight of Wands with the Ten of Wands in reverse. Very easy going. I did say it's someone making a move, and it's like very quick, very fast, very explosive type of action. Um, but aside from that, for some of you, there could be something that's been holding you back, whether a thought process or anything, where it's like, yeah, no, not holding me back anymore. I'm making a move here. So there's like really big action and the easy flowing energy. There could be something that just goes much easier than you thought it would go. Moving to the back end, we have the Ace of Cups with the Four of Swords in reverse, things coming towards you magnetically. So very supportive energy from the universe. This could be a massive offer of some kind or just things coming at you. I feel like overall, we're seeing a beautiful supportive energy from the universe. So especially for those of you that have been going through a bit of a rough one or a stale, stagnant time, this is lovely because it's like almost a breakthrough. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this shadow card out here for the Cappies. Quick, very first shuffle. I'll take it. Okay, Queen of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Now, generally, I like the Queen of Swords because she is a no-nonsense type of character, where she's straightforward, she's to the point, she tells it like it is, just very honest, cut and dry, which can be really good, but that's not really the shadow side of her. So for some of you, maybe this is something Spirit's telling you to do or guiding you to be. Just like, no, straightforward to the point. There could be something where Spirit wants you to structure it better too because she's a big planner. But a big thing with the shadow card of the Queen of Swords is she could sometimes be a little mean. She could sometimes be pretty cold. So I'm not sure if you're dealing with someone that's acting a little cold, acting a little different, or this could sometimes show up in the shadows when you hurt someone's feelings without even trying. So just be aware of that in the coming days and weeks. Like your communication style might just be way more straightforward than it normally is, and someone might get in their feelings here. But aside from that, it's good. It's just straightforward and to the point, which I like. Just structure something. So, Cappy, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, you'd like to have a little chat with me, you can book a personal reading with me on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The calendar for August is up, so you could go check out the availability over there. But for the August subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my most favorite decks, the classic Gilded Tarot Royale. It's beautiful, and it's definitely one of my go-to decks. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, we have a very easy question this month. Out of all the tarot cards in the deck, which one is your favorite? Is it the one that attaches to your zodiac sign? Is it one where you just like the art? You can put that answer down in the comments and you will be entered to win, my friends. And as usual, the winners will be announced in the community tab at the end of the month. My friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.